Hey guys, so today I'm going to be updating you on Tofu, my ball python, as well as introduce you to 3 more snakes that I got since the last time I made a video. So the first thing that's changed is that I took Tofu out of her 20 long gallon and put her in a rack system. She's actually right there. Even though I was hacking the glass tank with the chloroplast, I wasn't able to get the ambient temperatures high enough. I have a feeling it was more due to the heat pad than the tank. I wasn't able to heat up her system warm enough to the point where she was able to actually, go around her tank. She was just constantly trying to seek heat in the warm spot. I don't have a thing against racks versus tanks. I know there's some people who are like super against tub systems or rack systems, and then there are some people who are super against tanks. I think as long as you can keep up the humidity and the heat in your tanks, you're fine. I was having trouble doing that, so that's why I moved my snakes to a rack system. Eventually, when I settle down in 2 years, I do want to get them cages, the ones that Bowfile makes, because they're similar to tanks. It's just covered on all 5 sides except for one, which would be acrylic, so not glass, and it would be easier to keep in that heat. So as you can see, I got rid of the 20-gallon long and I picked up a 40-gallon breeder tank, which I'm probably going to get rid of. Right now it's just holding crickets for my tarantula. But here's the tank, and Tofu is looking at me. And there she is. I'm going to pull her out really quick so you can see. I still kept the plants that I had from her tank because I kind of want to just give her more of that naturalistic feel. So the way this system works is there's heat tape at the back of the shelving, and so back there is where all the heat is coming from, and this heat tape is working so well that she's even getting heat all the way up to here. Alright, so here's Tofu. She's doing really well. She's getting big. She's gained about 200 grams since I got her. I don't know if I was able to get a close-up of her patterns in her introduction video, but here it is. Super light. The color of Tofu. Hey girl. Hey. And she is very active. Good girl. Alright, I'm going to put her back right where I found you. You go back in there. Alright. And then the new baby that I got from that Repticon show is in here. This is Atlas. Atlas is a champagne pewter, and he's a male. He's very shy. He used to ball up a lot when I first took him, and he would strike a lot all over the place and just freak himself out over any sudden movements. But we've been working for maybe a few weeks now, and he's doing really well. See if I can pick him up. He still gets a little tense when I pick him up at first. He's like all jumpy and everything, and you gonna let go of your thing? Once he realizes that I'm not gonna hurt him, he will actually go out and explore, just like Tofu does. So here he is, he's all balled up. He's actually not as tense. There's his little face. He's trying to hide. So, oh, there you go. You were upside down for a bit. Yeah. Yeah. So I named him Atlas because at the tip of his tail he's got this patterning, and it kind of looks like a 3-year-old tried to draw a map. It was a really bad map. So his hashtag on Instagram is poorly drawn Atlas. And he's super cute. Super, super pretty. I got him from the same breeder I got Tofu from. And he is pretty similar in coloration to Tofu, but he's not as yellow. Let's see if I can show you. So here's Tofu right now. And as you can see, she's got a little bit of yellow patterning or a yellow shade to her. And here's Atlas. He hiding. Yeah. He's got a little bit more of a gray pinkish tinge, and Tofu has more of a pale yellow. But I think he's super pretty. You're super pretty, handsome boy. Yes, you are. Oh, yes. Luca, you're a pretty handsome boy, too. Yeah. Good boy. All right, let's put this little guy back. There you go. There you go. So I have him on a cocoa fiber substrate, only where the hide goes, because That's just to keep up the humidity. And then the rest of the tub is lined with paper towels, and that's just more of a husbandry issue. I was having a lot of trouble knowing when my snakes were pooping and peeing, so with the paper towel, it's a lot easier for me to see when they've gone. Usually they don't go in their hides, so that's why I'm okay with putting the cocoa fiber in there. The next snake I also got at the Tampa Repticon show. The reason why I have a lid on him is because he is so small, he can actually fit through the little gap that's in between the tub and the top of the shelf. That's how small he is. So this snake is a black rat snake, and I got him kind of on an impulse. He was an impulse buy for sure. Don't do that. I had no idea what a black rat snake was at the time. I didn't know how big they got. I didn't know that they could get up to 8 feet long, blah, blah, blah. I didn't even know that they would change colors and turn completely black when they're older. I thought he was going to stay that gray color. I got him because I wanted to spice things up other than from just having ball pythons. So I named him Oregano after my favorite spice. Let's see if I can pull him out. Oh, hey, buddy. He's right there looking at me. He is my more curious snake. I always find him looking at me. Oh my goodness. And he's fast too. Let's see if I can get a better shot of him. There he is. So this is Oregano. He's a black rat snake. And as hatchlings, they are this light gray color with black spotches. When they get older, he's going to be completely black with just a white chin. But right now, this is what he looks like. He's super tiny. As you can see, he's smaller than the size of my pinky finger. So, and he's super fast, like black rat snakes are. They're a lot more active than ball pythons. Hey, you. Oh, sorry, I squished your head. And they are an arboreal snake. That's why I have him placed with more plants than my ball pythons are, because I always find him just up here resting, which is awesome. And I think when he gets a little bigger, I'm going to move him into a tub just like Tofu has. Tofu's currently in a 32-quart tub, and these little babies are in 15-quart tubs. Once he reaches full adult size, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this bottom shelf right here and just get a giant Sterilite tub that's a lot taller so he can have climbing space. So moving down to the very bottom, these three are just storage. I just put like random reptile stuff I have in there, hides, cork log, and more cork logs. Alright, so this snake I actually just picked up. Got him on the 4th of July, and he was in shed, but he shed yesterday, so now I get to see his true colors. He's still in quarantine, and this is why I'm showing him last, so that, Luca, get out of here, so that I don't transmit anything he might have to my other snakes. I did get him from a breeder who got him from a reptile show last year, so that this guy's about a year old. Actually, not even. He was born last August, and Luca, get out of there. This is Milano. Milano is a black pastel yellow belly. So black pastel is what's going to give you that almost like a 3D effect in the pattern. Like you can see right there, there's all these different color variations to it. And the yellow belly is what's giving him that gold color. And I named him Milano because he kind of just looks like he's dripping in chocolate, like caramel syrup, chocolate fudge syrup, and I kind of just picked something related to chocolate, which is Milano. He almost looks like the ad for Godiva chocolates because he's like black and gold. And Milano's pretty chill. He will just wrap up around my arm and kind of hang there. So he's doing really well. I haven't even had him for more than a week yet, but so far he's been acclimating really well. Luca, what are you gonna do? You gonna lick him? Yeah, I don't want you to lick him. Luca, move. Alright, so I'm gonna put him back. Leave it, Luca. There we go. Alright. No, Luca, leave it. Alright. Leave it, Luca. There we go. And then the last thing I have on my shelf right here is my crested gecko eggs. So a quick update on them. So Pickle laid her, oh, oops, I forgot his water bowl. So Pickle laid her first clutch about 2 months ago, And one of those eggs actually ended up molding out, so that egg was gone. And the one that was left is currently doing okay. There is an embryo in it. I checked with my phone, candling it with the light and everything. But a few weeks after that first egg molded out, she ended up laying a second clutch. And out of those 2 eggs there, sorry, these crickets are getting really loud. After those 2 eggs, only one was fertilized. The other one molded out within a few days. It was completely yellow. So here are the eggs right now. This is the egg from the second clutch, and it is fertilized. This is the egg from the first clutch that had the embryo. And a few days ago, as I was refilling the water into their little container to keep up the humidity, I accidentally dropped both these eggs on the ground. I'm such a bad crested gecko mom. But this egg started leaking, the egg that was doing really well. I quickly stopped the leakage with some paper towels, taped it up, and hopefully he's doing okay. He's got like a few more weeks to go before he hatches. But if it doesn't end up working well, then that's kind of my fault. I have them on the bottom rack of the snake rack system because it is a little warmer with the heat tape in the back. So hopefully this kind of works like an incubator for them. And Luca's very curious in the snakes right now. What do you want? What? Yeah? You see the snakes? Alright, so that was the update on my snakes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I sure hope that I can make more videos on a regular basis. Thank you.